Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for a purpose such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. For use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, education, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Now let's start this dang show.
You gonna have any fights this week? Oh man, we gotta have some fights.
We came into this game with the thought that it was we're going against a terrific team, playing really well, at home, on a roll. It's going to be championship atmosphere, and the Thursday night and all of that. And I made it a point to our guys that this is a great opportunity for us to go into and handle it and go out there and battle and give ourselves a chance to win a game. And I was so fired about the way we played in general. To fight against these guys like that the whole night long and to have a chance to tie the game up, and then what would happen next, I don't know. I think we would win. And there's a lot of in between things to talk about, but the way that they competed was just what we're hoping for. I mean, it's just what we're looking for. And could we not clip a guy? Could we not hold a guy? Yeah. Could we not pick a guy? Yeah. There's so many things we can get better at, but the fight is in this dog now. Ain't no doubt about it. And I couldn't wait to tell them how proud I was of the way they competed. And so we all know in this room we're gonna do something. And so it's just a matter of time. See what happens.
Pete, just my first question is, how's Gino feeling? And kind of like, were there any thoughts, because when he came back in the game, he was still limping, like he was in pain. Was there?
He wanted to go back in a worse way. He wanted to finish the game for his teammates, and he got whacked in the quad. He got a quad bruise or something, contusion, whatever it is. He got smacked, and that's just him fighting. And go back out. You know what I mean? Who knows? Who knows, And it's not because it had nothing to do with that. It's just about just competing and battling. He had a couple plays, and then he would not have been able to answer the next time out. He wasn't going back, but he tried.
Just how are you feeling with the dive?
Obviously, I just played a game, so I'm not feeling the best, but I'll be better as the days go along, hopefully.
And why was it? Pete Carroll said you personally wanted to go back into the game. Why was that so important to finish it out?
I mean, it's just kind of how I'm wired. I never want to leave my teammates out there alone. I feel like it's a big responsibility of mine to be out there and to do whatever I can to help us win. So, I felt like I could try to tough it out, and that's what I tried to do.
Oh yeah. Asylum. He was trying to tough it out. and do what he can do.
You know what? I'm sorry, but maybe this is because I watched Happy Gilmore 2 last night for like the third time. Every time I see those two at the podium, all I sit here doing, screaming either in my head or out loud, is jackass.
Boy, hey. You're in for a treat, Asylum, because before we go into anything, we do have a special CMN for Friday because it is the day after the Thursday game. The whole week is for us here at the Cage Match.
It's kind of kerfuffled, so we kind of combined one show with the other show, and now we're doing a whole Wednesday show on a Friday, which is going to make Wednesday kind of strange when we go back to doing a Wednesday show on Wednesday.
Yeah, I know.
Everything.
We're all over the place, like the Raiders.
You know what? As long as we have fun, that's all that matters. We play the game for fun.
And even though we're all over the place, this content is free. The Raiders all over the place, that costs money because that game was on Prime. And you know what, Asylum? It should have been on ESPN. Why? So we didn't have to see it. All right.
And that shit, they should have paid me to watch that game. We could not win a game they were trying to give us. I mean, come on. The Broncos were giving us that game. They said, here, we feel bad for you, Raiders. We're going to give you a win here in our home. We'll give you the win. We'll give it to you. And somehow, some way, we still fuck data.
We're like, we don't want it. But
take your charity.
I don't need your handout.
Sideways and shove it right up your candy ass.
No, you know what? It's like, remember in Scary Movie 2, the dude in the wheelchair? Yeah. When the girl was trying to, and then he's all like, I don't need you to suck me up. I can do it myself. When he lifted his whole legs and
yeah.
That was last night. All right, Asylum. Let's go into it. Let's do a little CMN news with our favorite Asylum Burgundy talking about little game. Well, talking about the game, whatever. So there you go, Asylum. Let's get him going. Here is a CMN news.
This is CMN, a cage match news update.
Hello, this is Asylum Burgundy at the Al Davis News Desk for your Cage Match News Update. The Raiders played their second game in 5 days Thursday night as they traveled to Denver to take on the Broncos, and it was ugly. I mean, the Raiders found ways to get Ashton Jeanty going early as he scored a touchdown. But after that, it was a shit show.
Raiders now on a first down with Schmidt over the middle, in the air, deflected and intercepted. And into Raider territory comes Andre Tillman. And look at him pitch special teams problem. The Broncos trying to adjust to the outside backwards pass. Now you've got Sutton and he gets taken down. Good pass is intercepted. Block. Kick is blocked. And away they go. And Smith's going to get sacked. 3rd and 12. There's another one. Smith in the pocket, waiting, looking, hit from behind. Down he goes. See what he does here. Trying to get the lead. 59 away. The game. They're rolling around.
Okay, I've had enough. Burn this garbage. Okay, let's hear what excuse Pete had to say on this matter.
There's a lot of in-between things to talk about, but the way that they competed was just what we're hoping for. I mean, it's just what we're looking for. And could we not clip a guy? Could we not hold a guy? Yeah. Could we not pick a guy? Yeah. There's so many things we can get better at. But
if this is the diddly-poo we are going to get, let's get the real thing.
Well, what happened was that second game, we got our ass kicked. Or the second half, we just got our ass totally kicked. We couldn't do diddly-poo offensively. We couldn't make a first down. We couldn't run the ball. We didn't try to run the ball. We couldn't complete a pass. We sucked. The second half, we sucked. We couldn't stop the run. Every time they got the ball, they went down and got points. We got our ass totally kicked in the second half. That's what it boiled down to. It was a horse performance in the second half. Horse. I'm totally embarrassed and totally ashamed. Coaching, coaching did a horrible job. The players did a horrible job. We got our ass kicked in that second half. It sucked. It stunk.
The defense made plays when they needed to, but the offense was horrific, especially after Geno Smith got hurt after this late hit. I don't need to show highlights, but Geno tried to play injured, yet it was not inspiring. Jackson Powers Johnson also got a significant ankle injury in this game, and as of now, it doesn't look good. Breaking news, Raiders fire special teams coordinator Tom McMahon just hours ago. He served that position for 3.5 seasons. Not the guy I was thinking, but maybe if offense did their job, we wouldn't see special teams that much. But I digress. There's only one man that can save us now, and we have 11 days until Monday night against the Cowboys. Team Ramrod activate. Go Raiders!
Sergeant O'Connell! I love it!
I don't care. I can't wait. He was on the sideline in this game. You know he's ready.
I'm going to say this. I mean, there was so much unfolding. First of all, I love the second coach's interview better because at least he can come out and to speak the fucking truth, not trying to sugarcoat anything. We came out here, we fucking fell on our faces. Everybody fucking did, you know. I mean, I'd rather have that than the bullshit we keep getting. Second of all, Sergeant O'Connell, Sergeant Slaughter O'Connell. Right there for the cage
right
match.
There you go.
I mean, how the fuck? I mean, you put in
Jason.
You had Geno Smith, okay, playing like shit. You put out an injured Geno Smith and still played like shit. So a healthy Geno and an injured Geno play the same fucking game. So that tells me Geno Smith is just nothing but garbage. Nothing but garbage.
Nothing but garbage. Are you trying to cue it? Here we go.
Nothing but garbage, yeah. Nothing but garbage. And I climb in the garbage can because comparatively speaking, you are nothing but garbage.
And I know, okay, athletes, you know, professional athletes, they're out there. We're not. We didn't make it to the big show like them, whatever. But you know what? We paid to watch this. And this was on Prime, another service that we had to get in order to watch this game.
To go along with, what is it, Peacock and half the other ones just to watch freaking football?
Yeah, OnlyFans and everything, you know, is I just excuse I say. I say no, that, you know, Roger Goodell has games on OnlyFans. That's why I have a subscription to it.
And Gio, Gio Max, we'll talk about this. Even with the injuries, that O-line was not, they had moments, okay? They had moments. They looked like shit. They collapsed. Things happened. We're not saying they look great. But the fact that you had, what was it? Total of 3 backups in there at one point, right?
Yeah.
Consider Forsythe a backup. 3 backups on the offensive line, and Geno still had a clean pocket to be able to do nothing with.
And okay, like you said, yeah, Forsythe, who's been in for the last few games, Parham, which they didn't even talk about. Well, you know, hold on. Well, before let me let Pete Carroll talk about the injuries, and then I'll continue. I'll continue what I was gonna say because Pete Carroll's a coach. Yeah, Pete Carroll's a coach. He knows what he's talking about. Here we go.
Is there any concern that this injury can prolong into going into Monday night?
I don't know that. No, I don't know. It's a thigh bruise, you know. So it's not, you know, like some other injuries. This is not one that you can't get back from.
Any update on JPJ or Dylan?
Yeah, he hurt his ankle, legit, and I don't know that all of the. I don't want to go into any of the details of it, but he hurt his ankle. He'll be out for a while.
Dylan?
He had a high ankle sprain that he tried to come back with it and couldn't quite get back. He actually could kind of move, but he really couldn't push off. So that's kind of how the ankle works. But again, he too tried to go back in the game, wanted to play too. So exactly the right mentality.
I only got one question for Pete Carroll. Where can I get those pins?
Yeah. It was a Forsythe on the left tackle. Will Putnam, who's on the depth chart, is considered only a backup center. Then you had Jordan Meredith. Then for JPJ, you had Kappa, of course, and then of course you have DJ Glaze. Being that Will Putnam was a center, I don't know. Maybe I would have thought that, you know what? Hey, let's move Meredith to left guard since he played that for the majority of last season. Move into left guard and have Putnam play center since that's his natural position because that's in the depth chart is what he's under.
But no, we can't do that. This is practice. We got to try everybody out in a new position. We specialize in playing players out of position because you just never know what the hell you're going to get.
Okay, Forrest Gump. Life is like a Pete Carroll personnel. We put them all over the place. You never know what you're gonna get. Yeah, and then Brandon Carroll is the one in charge of the offensive line. You never know what you're gonna get.
Why wasn't his ass fucking fired today?
It's a long week. Maybe more will come out, but it was like right away. You was right away. He's not going to get fired, okay? Because how are they going to? Thanksgiving's coming up. Asylum, okay? Thanksgiving's coming up. Can you imagine how it's going to be at the table? It's going to be so awkward. Like, Dad fired me, Mom. Like, I was just like trying to play, just trying to do the offensive line, and Dad totally just fired me, man. Like, totally. Like, why? With the half open eyes. Oi. Like, what's going on? Like, come on, Dad. Like,
my daddy would give me a high-paying job and just keep me there because I can't do my fucking job.
You're only in charge of protecting our. Was it a $30 million, $60 million quarterback?
$75 million quarterback.
That's all you're in charge of is to get 5 guys together and have them work together in the right position so we can have our quarterback. That's it. Come on, Dad. Like I thought you said, like, come on, Dad. Come on, Brandon. Brandon.
And I'm going to say this much. We've talked briefly, we touched on the subject about, Pete Carroll kind of losing the locker room, right? There seems to be some friction there between coaching and locker room. There is definitely something going on between Pete Carroll and Chip Kelly.
I agree.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, and I think I texted that we're watching the game when I said I either texted you that or I told Jessica that, but I texted you that and I said I feel like there's a sabotage right now because if you have Geno Smith who can't run, whatever thigh, knee. I thought it was a knee, but it was a thigh bruise, whatever, And
he ended up with a Charlie horse. And fucking milk the shit out of it.
Well, trying to go, I want to show that I'm there for my team. I'm injured. I'm trying to play. No, just sit down, okay? Just sit down, okay? But there was a play where I'm thinking like, quick slant, get the first down, move the. No, it was a lot of. He goes back to pass, and then he's like. Now he's trying to get away from pressure from the defensive line. And I'm thinking, like, if he can't move, if he can't run, why are we not doing some quick passes? So either, and that's what I'm thinking, okay? It's either Chip Kelly sabotaging the offense to show that this is not the quarterback I wanted, or it's either ineptitude of the players, meaning most likely Geno Smith, and I don't have the clip, but even on the Raiders postgame show on YouTube, even they were saying, man, Geno Smith is not playing good ball. A lot of people this was a primetime game that everybody was watching, and they all saw that Geno Smith is not the guy. You're leaving too many guys open, and then when you decide to throw, the guy catches up with him. Yeah, and he got another batted ball down in this game. So it's like I said, it's either Chip Kelly, because we all thought he was going to run heavy. That's not happening.
No,
and it's funny because they started off this game going against one of the, we talked about it.
West defenses.
Yeah, and they were, and like you keep saying, give Jensen the ball because he, as a momentum runner, he's going to start beating down these defenders to where every handoff he's going to get more and more yardage, and you got the highest yak yardage there is, and then we score. Let's go pass it now. We're gonna go pass it now.
And then when you should pass, you run. Done figured it out though. And this whole Brock Bowers say, "Oh, okay, you're gonna go to this one."
No, go. You want the Brock Bowers one?
Yeah, bring up the Brock Bowers because I mean.
Okay.
Here you got Brock Bowers last week went off. Right, went off.
Yeah,
he went off, and now he gets 1 reception out of 3 targets, and that should have been 3 catches because the other 2 times was on Geno Smith. I'm going to say that. Now it was 31 yards.
There you go. This is Sunday's game.
12 receptions, 133 yards, averaging 10, 3 TDs. Chip Kelly is so worried about everybody else's fantasy. He's going to make sure no Raider that has fantasy potential is going to get the ball. That's probably because in all his leagues, he wasn't able to draft the players, so he's going to make goddamn sure the people he's playing against that have the Raiders players aren't going to get their points.
And going to this, I mean, you said it, Asylum. The Broncos didn't want to win.
Broncos gave us that game.
Caillou Blue Kelly, who a lot of people were saying, stop putting him out there, got 2 interceptions. Those first 2 were the first of his career. So his first interception came at a second one. His first game of interceptions was a multiple interception game. So the defense and the block punt, the ball was like right there in between the 5-yard line for the Broncos to go in and score, and the defense held them like
to a field goal. The one thing we can't complain about was how well the defense played, and even at the end of the game, they were on the field a lot. The defense came up and did their job. Whether it was the Broncos giving us the game, defense doing their job, the two interceptions, we finally have a game where we won the turnovers.
Yes.
They did their job. Look, Charles Snowden with the sack, Adam Butler with the sack, not Crosby, but 2 people Snowden, why hasn't he been on the field a lot? We like Snowden.
Yeah. We like Chase on better, but Snowden was good.
We like Chase on better, but no, we went with Malcolm Kuntz. Whose name is, I don't see Kuntz is on here.
No, that's a top tackler, no.
And I turned around and said, I didn't want Kuntz off of a half a season. And what has he done this season? Tyree Wilson has outplayed Malcolm Kuntz this season.
Yeah. And there was a lot of a lot of folks, I won't say a lot of folks, but everything that I seen when we were preparing the show for today, because there's a quick turnaround, is that they're saying the Raiders could have been up 21-7. Because you had the offensive pass interference on Thornton when Tucker came around the corner. He came around, got that pass, and he scored. And then you had the Jack Besh hold. That was Genty where he had that long run.
That big Genty run. Yep.
And then there was the one good ball that Geno threw. One of the few good balls that Geno threw that bounced off of Thornton's hands. But I'm not going to blame the rookies for this because outside of Thornton, I know he was inactive last game, the Sunday game, but
I'll even go the interception, right? Off of Genty. That went through the hands, bounced off his shoulder, right? But
bounced off his shoulder.
Where was his hands? It was still behind him.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to do this instead of this.
And us, me and you, Asylum, we've been saying all the time. I know a lot of folks, social media, everybody else who has their podcasts, we're all done with Geno. And him trying to play, I'm trying to play hurt to show that I care and this is my team. And no. Because no, 100% Geno is not good. So 50% Geno, give me Pickett. I rather have lost the game with Pickett at the end.
Why? I'm going to ask this question. Why is it taking so long? Lonnie Johnson, right? Oh, God damn it.
Lonnie Johnson.
Lonnie Johnson, thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
Had a worse injury than Aiden O'Connell. He came back. Now, is that what helped the defense? Maybe. Okay.
I mean, they did it. The defense in the whole played good. He was out there.
Yeah, they played good. He came back from, I feel, a worse injury. Why is he back? And they're playing games with Aiden O'Connell. I'll tell you why. Aiden O'Connell's the only quarterback on that team that can take Geno Smith's job, and Pete Carroll will make goddamn sure he's going to be. I think they have to bring him back this week because that's the last of the. That's my driveway. What the fuck? Anyways, sorry. Distraction. Tractors drove down my driveway.
Squirrel.
Down, honestly.
Squirrel.
I'm telling you. He will be a healthy scratch next week. If there's a bet on that, I suggest everyone to take it. He'll be a healthy scratch because Aiden O'Connell, and we need to get this graphic up. I know it was the first 5 games, but it is still accurate even now. There's a graphic out there that shows with the same offensive line, Geno Smith's first 5 games and Aiden O'Connell's 5 games from last year that he started. Who's the better quarterback with this? He's
with this offensive line.
Aiden O'Connell because his boy, Geno Smith, will get embarrassed the minute O'Connell goes into the game. And that's why they got Pickett, because Pickett cannot compete with Geno, but O'Connell can.
I left this graphic up because we've been saying this. I want to do this too. Geno has low football IQ. He's late with his throws. He had bad ball placement and is extremely slow at processing the play and making reads. And Asylum, this opens up a video that I have of Baldy. Hold on, I was trying to go. Okay, of Baldy talking about the same thing. Now, before we get to that, I want to show Pete Carroll because everyone's asking, and like you put it up. Brock Bowers had 12 catches on 13 targets, 100+ yards, 3 touchdowns. What happened with 1 catch, 31 yards? Pete Carroll, they asked him.
Only 3 targets. Michael Myers had more fucking targets in the game. And nothing wrong with that. I love Michael, great tight end. Great, we got the best tight end duos in the NFL. But how the fuck do you not use Brock motherfucking Bowers, the best tight end in the NFL?
Well, here's what Pete Carroll said when they asked him about that. Here we go.
Pete, Brock Bowers only had 1 catch. Were you surprised at the lack of involvement he had tonight in the passing game?
We were trying. We were trying all day long. The calls were going that way, and the ball just didn't get there. We weren't, we didn't try to, disguise it and not go to them. We had calls one after another, and they did a nice job of getting guys on them.
All right, it's all.
Hold on, the ball thing, hold on. You got to torque it. Even the fucking announcers in the game, I know I heard it. I was screen recording at the fucking time, turned around and said, all Geno Smith does is stare down his receiver. If he ain't looking nowhere, how the fuck is he going to see that somebody else might be open, like a Brock Bowers? But no, we'll force feed Tyler Lockett. We're going to fucking do this, and we're going to do that because Tyler Lockett is the reason Geno's been playing bad.
Well, here is Baldy. Everyone knows Baldy, from ESPN. He breaks down film. We've shown a lot of his recordings when he was breaking down some of the Raiders stuff, this season. So here's Baldy talking about Geno Smith, Brock Bowers. So here we go. Hold on, here we go.
And crossers underneath, which is basically just cheese. Get the Broncos just to look right here at the two crossers. But there's your open man, Brock Bowers. Like, that's all you got to do. Like, I don't know why Geno isn't just looking for his best player. Right there it is. Like, the safety's going to drive on him, but he's wide open. That's the play. They take the crossers, throw it to Brock Bowers. But you step up, you take the sack. Like, here comes Bowers here. Like, the play is for him. All right, here comes Jahdae Barron right here, and Geno does a great job. The only catch all night for Bowers. Like, the guy is always open, and he's dangerous after the catch. Like this play right here. Here comes Bowers in motion. All right, it's 2nd and 7. The play is for him. Like, there it is. He's going to turn and look. There it is. Like, there's a great deal of separation. He might get the first down on 2nd and 7, but he's going to get at least 5. But I don't know why you don't look at him. You get this play here. All right, here you go. Like, here's Brock Bowers right in the slot. All right, and this is what Brock Bowers does to defenders. He leaves them on the ground. Like, they're down. Like, just max it up. 3rd and 11. Just chip both edges right here and throw it to Brock Bowers. I don't know why they don't do it. One catch all night.
One catch all night. Sodom, like, everyone is starting to see that Geno Smith is not the guy. We've been saying this for a while now, that Geno Smith is not the guy. Because if you have, because we keep saying, well, where's all the quick slants? Where's all the quick plays? Well, they're there. But he's sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. Okay, sack.
Well,
sack.
Where to go? I want to answer this comment, about the dark visor on Geno. The problem with that is you can look at where his helmet's looking. It's not his eyes that's giving it away. It's not like he's looking forward and doing it, slight. No, he's going, get open, get open, get open, get open, get open. I'm going to throw the ball. That's the problem right there with Geno. And when the announcers are saying it on prime time that he's staring down his receivers, then the other team has locked in on that.
They know that. And just like at the end of the Jaguar game, I'm pretty sure that because you got people who break down film and they study the film throughout the week for when it's time to implement, the defensive whatever, they tell the defensive line, hey, look, when he does this, he's getting ready to throw, which means that the defender is jumping up in the air, already creating that wall for him to throw right into his arms. Because Geno Smith is not going to pull the ball back. He's going to just pull the trigger. Boom, right into the guy's arms. Game's over. Play's over. You're done. So they see these things. Geno Smith has tails, and he's telling you where he's throwing it to because he doesn't scan the field. He has a mindset that I'm going to this guy, but I'll look this way before the routes are even developed yet, and then I'm going to turn this way, and I'm going to stare down my guy. 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 Now I'm going to interception. ball blocked. Up, incomplete pass. Because 18 guys are over there blocking that one receiver you're staring down since he left the line of scrimmage.
It's almost like he goes into the other team's locker room and gives away his secrets. If I'm looking over here, I'm going right there. If I pat the ball, I'm about to throw the fucking ball. You know, it's like he's telling them. I mean, it's that fucking obvious. I've never played quarterback. I never tried to play fucking quarterback because I can't throw worth shit. But even I can see you don't do that. As a defensive guy, that's the kind of shit I'm looking at. I mean, I don't have to watch a ton of tape when we're going to play the Raiders and go. It's just one of those. He did the same thing the week before. Showed me last week's. Same thing. Okay, I got it figured out. Don't worry. I got it.
Gino doesn't have secrets. Jason.
And it's technically true. And then yet again, you have a team. You can't say they overlooked us. You know, because I don't think they overlooked us, but they sure in the hell did not try to win the game. They tried to give us the game. It was a feel-bad, pity win. Look, we got the division. I don't think the Chiefs are going to be able to catch us. You know, we only got to worry about the Chargers, but the Chargers are going to Charger. So let's not worry about that shit, right? Let's just go ahead and give the Raiders a pity win to make them feel good, and then we'll come back and, you know, and stop them in the next game. You know, some shit like that. And we still can't fucking win a game.
Now, like you said, okay, you say never play quarterback. I never played quarterback before, but I have blocked for, I played offensive line. And I remember my senior year, we had a quarterback. He was a junior.
Exactly.
You know, he was one of those He was one of those quarterbacks that, you know, he was a scrambler, whatever, he could run. And we were playing against a team that I don't want to say they were like at our level because we weren't that good, but it was a competitive game. And he threw 3 interceptions. And after that after that last one, okay, the right guard on our team, he goes up to me and goes, "Hey, what's the problem? Why are you throwing? Do you not have enough time?" "Oh, yeah, I know I have time." And he goes, "Then what's the problem? Why are you throwing interceptions for? If they're holding the guys back and you got the time, what are you doing?" And so I've been blocking for quarterbacks who were like they're you know. And you know, and today, you know, I get physical therapy for my back, whatever. Okay. That my doctor goes, "Hey, Sal, or Savage, my government name came. Hey, how did you like that? I know you're probably upset about that game last night." And I said, "You know what? By the way they played, I honestly wish we did get blown out like the Chiefs game because we read their numbers on Wednesday. I asked you, do we have a chance? You know, like top-rated defense, top-rated offense, top-rated run defense, top-rated pass defense. But they didn't want to win, like you said, Asylum. They did not want to win. And let's just let me go bring this graphic up again.
Okay. I just want to answer Carlos here. You know, the first part of it.
You can put it up.
The Geno Smith is a fraud. Right now, so is Pete Carroll. So is Pete Carroll. Because everything he showed us, the Seahawks way, has not fucking worked. 2 are the only players that have been halfway fucking decent.
You know, and I got to put it up now as a reference. You know what picture didn't age well? Well, actually, it did age well. I guess it depends on who you are. Is that one where Geno Smith is flipping off the fan in Seattle that says, "Who's worse than
Jamarcus Russell?"
Worse, yeah, Geno Smith or Jamarcus Russell. At this point, right now, the bar. Okay, he's Geno Smith might be raising that bar. Okay,
You know what?
because
right now, I think I might rather have Jamarcus Russell, just because the potential with Jamarcus was there. What fucking potential does Gino have other than to collect a paycheck and go to a Pee Wee football game and yell at some fucking random dude? I get paid the big bucks. That's why I get paid the big bucks.
And I'm going to eat my crow, okay? Because I kept saying maybe Gino could be like the next Rich Gannon. Same age, same stats, almost, bouncing around the league. Show that he can do it in like Rich Gannon showed he could do it in Kansas City. John Gruden took a chance on him in 1998. And then he got us to the playoffs in a couple years. I thought Geno Smith could be that guy with Pete Carroll coming over to the Raiders, and then he got Geno Smith. So I'm going to say it, that I'm eating my crow. I'm got a Tapatio on it. I don't care, because I was hoping. They sold me this car, not their car, but they sold me this car, and I want to understand. I want to know if they got a lemon law out there in Las Vegas, because I believe the hype. I thought Geno Smith was going to be that veteran quarterback. He could be a good bridge quarterback for whoever comes in, because Geno Smith's 35 years old. And I thought Pete Carroll been there, done that, He had Russell Wilson, drafted him, turned him, made him who he was before he went to the Broncos. So I thought maybe, maybe. But no, because after the first game against the Patriots, which he set through an interception, but after that first game against the Patriots, it's just been nothing, garbage. And I don't care what he did on Sunday. There were a lot more plays that could have been made that he did not make, him himself did not make. And one of them was that last play and a 2-point conversion. So.
Well, in the fact that, right, we expected a mobile quarterback. Not as fast as he used to be, but mobile. And yet, I think last year, Aiden O'Connell ran more than he has this year.
Yeah.
I mean, it's to the point. Everything we were sold. The comment about him being a fraud, completely agree. But
True.
You have to throw Pete Carroll in there, because Pete Carroll has completely bamboozled Mark Davis
and us
and everybody else. And I'll even throw Chip Kelly in there a little bit, because again, I don't know what it is between the two. There is friction there. And, whether it's, Chip Kelly thinks I'm the head coach, which Chip Kelly needs to realize you're not. But why hasn't
not right now?
Why hasn't Carroll turn around and say, okay, the other thing I want to see, even though they played well, I want Patrick Graham back in the box.
Yeah.
Patrick Graham on the sideline is not the same Patrick Graham as when he's in the box.
Yeah.
Maybe you should put Chip Kelly on the goddamn field. So you can sit there and go, you fire the special teams coordinator. And we've had struggles, not saying it wasn't necessarily even deserved, but there is still a couple of other coaches that should have been back. All right, should be back. Should have been on that bus with McMahon, leaving the goddamn facility.
Yeah.
Because, and one of them being his own goddamn son.
Brennan.
Because to be honest with you, up to the point, I wouldn't be mad if Carroll's gone. I wouldn't be mad if it's Spike Tech that's gone. There needs to be some kind of change, and it's not just special teams. There needs to be something happening more so than just this one firing. And if it don't happen in this extended week we got,
12 days, 11 days.
Who the fuck we're playing next? But count that as a loss.
The Cowboys at another primetime game, Asylum. The Cowboys on Monday Night Football. They come over here to Allegiant Stadium.
Monday? God damn.
Yeah, I know. Look at Pete Carroll. You're talking about my son, Santa Claus.
Yeah, you know what? I am. Your son should never got the job. And secondhand, you know what? Be a man. Know when it's okay. Nepotism is one thing, but this is taking it to goddamn extremes.
Wait. I want to go back to this one. I want to go back to this one, okay? Bring back Andrew Walters. You know what? I have said last year that I feel like Aiden O'Connell is this Raiders, or let me start over. Aiden O'Connell, yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm still here, so I don't know. I guess you can say 20 years later, okay? 20 years later, that Aiden O'Connell is the new Andrew Walter. You remember Andrew Walter? It was he got drafted his rookie year. Andrew Walter. Okay. Actually, no, Andrew Walter was under Art Shell 2.0. Art Shell 2.0. And you know what happened? We got, it's almost similar, okay? It's almost similar. Kind of. We got the dude from the Saints, Aaron Brooks. He was supposed to be our quarterback. Our offensive coordinator was Bed and Breakfast. That was Tom Wash. Tom Wash, okay? And he got hurt. He got hurt in the first game of the season, Monday Night Football against the Chargers. Aaron Brooks did. And then we had Andrew Walter playing and was trying to do what he can. But we had the worst offense in the league, which is crazy because we had Art Shell head coach. We had Jackie Slater. We had two offensive line coaches, Jackie Slater, and I forgot who the other one was. But we had those guys, and Andrew Walter tried his best to get the ball to Randy Moss, and he just couldn't do it. We had 2 wins that season. We beat the 49ers. Actually, no, we got killed by the 49ers. I forgot who the 2 wins were. Okay, I forgot who the 2 wins were. But Andrew Walter, after that, you never heard of him again. And I feel like Andrew Walter could have been a great quarterback. Well, he could have been a good quarterback if we had an offensive line. After that, he was done.
Walters had the talent. He had the arm strength.
He had the arm. He had the arm.
He had the arm. He was that prototypical Al Davis quarterback. You know, the Mad Bomber, right? Not very mobile, but he could throw fucking a 10. It reminds me of another quarterback that was drafted in the first. Jamarcus Russell had the arm, but Walters put the work in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It was that whole thing. But again, he didn't have anything around him. And all the Derek Carr haters out there, again, it comes down to Derek Carr didn't have the team around him to be able to do. The Aiden O'Connell haters, he doesn't have the team around him. But yet again, he's done more with this same defense being different, the same offensive line, right? He has a better running game because we have to admit this running game so far this year has been better than last year's with Ashton Genty and Mostert.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you, we got to get that graphic next Wednesday. Just so we can prove it to the people. We keep talking about it and going. In those first 5 games of Geno's and Aiden's 5 games, who done more, knows how to go. And by the way, have 2 advantages over Geno. Knows how to lead a receiver, the biggest one, and his timing is a hell of a lot better because he doesn't throw behind receivers 100% of the time.
And he's not going to sit there and wait till the pocket collapses. Because, you know, lately the offensive line has been gelling more in the last few games.
Better.
Because
we'll say better.
I'm not saying they're great, but they have been getting better to the point where Geno Smith has had time to find an open receiver. And you saw in that clip that Baldy was talking about, that receivers are getting open, and they're not like they're open deep or whatever. They're right in his face. Brock Bowers is right in his face. He found the soft spot in that defense. A quick strike, that's a first down. Okay, that's a first down. And my point going to what Raiderman 81 was saying right here earlier was that they want to put it on the rookies. Okay, Jack Besh had the holding. Thornton had the offensive pass interference because he was trying to chip off the defender, but he made it obvious by pushing off the guy and stopping. And then you had the one that he dropped right in his hands. But these are rookies.
Then you had Gentis behind the pass, hitting off his shoulder pad that led to the interception.
You have these rookies that have made mistakes. Okay, that's cool, whatever. But outside of Genty, who in reality, even though he's starting and has more playing time, hasn't really seen a lot of action after the first quarter. You're trying to rely on these rookies to make these big plays when they haven't been out there in the field to really like show what they, like they're still learning the NFL speed, and they're still learning that, how ticky-tack some of these referees can be. They're still learning how to bend the rules when it comes to chipping off a receiver. They start doing all that. Yeah, how many times have you seen Jack Besh out there? The only reason why he's out there is because they traded Jacoby Myers to the Jaguars. So you can't put it on these new guys. All of a sudden, you hit the guy, you held the guy here, you dropped the ball. Where had they been out there all the time? No. A lot of those guys learn the hard way. They learn by experience. You can tell them this, you can tell them that, you can try to do your best as you can to simulate and practice, but they learn more on, in real life, real game situations.
Nothing more valuable than game time experience. And yet, because we have injuries on the offensive line. High ankle sprain. We know how long those take.
Yeah.
We don't know the extent of JPJ's injury, but it sounds like he's going to be out for a while. According to Pete Carroll, his words, out for a while. Yeah, you got
hold on. Can you trust that? I want to put Kappa in there because that's my guy. Can you trust that?
But
I saw the injury. It looked like he rolled it.
Because look at the mind games he played with JPJ.
Well, no. But can you trust that? Well, he has a bad ankle. He's going to be out for a long time.
Hey, I'm going to answer that right here. He's played the mind game with JPJ. JPJ has this supposed long-term injury, and look at how he's handling O'Connell versus how he handled Brock Bowers.
Yeah.
How he handled Geno Smith in that game.
Yeah.
If you're not his guy, he's going to look for that excuse to keep you out of the game. But will he have the balls to put in one of these rookies we drafted? And we're not talking about his 7th, 8th round, 6th round. We drafted them in the 4th round?
Yeah.
His rookie offensive lineman?
No, yeah. Hold on. No. Actually, earlier than that, I got it right here. There you go.
3rd round. Okay, I'm sorry. We drafted both of them in the 3rd round.
Yeah.
That's supposed to tell you something. Why are they always inactive, or why aren't they always in the game? Are they going to be in this next game? Being you can move the offensive line around to fit. One of them happens to be a guard. You lost both fucking guards, right?
Yeah.
Meredith could play guard. Putnam could play center. You could turn around and play the tackle there. Maybe to replace Glaze and see what's going on. But how much do you want to bet those two are going to be on the same list as Aiden O'Connell next week as healthy fucking scratches?
And you would, and this is what I was hoping. I'm telling you, Kate, I was trying to put all the dots together when we got Pete Carroll, and you started seeing the coaching staff he was putting together when he hired his son, Brennan Carroll. His last job was he was the assistant offensive line coach under Tom Cable. And we know Tom Cable. He was like 3 times he was an offensive line coach, and he was our he was our head coach interim. Then he got the job and was our head coach. And Tom Cable, one of his strengths was knowing how to move guys around to fit whatever lineup he had. There was one year where we had a whole bunch of injuries on the offensive line, and he knew how to just move guys and make them fit to where they need to be, so we can have a competent offensive line to at least hold guys to get our quarterback to make the plays or to open holes for our running back at these times. And I thought, okay, well, Brendan Carroll hopefully took notes on how and why I would put this guy here and this guy here. This guy's hurt. Da, 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 da. He would have learned something under Tom Cable and apply that with this Raiders offensive line and this Raiders offensive line group, offensive line room. Even the only person we brought in was Kappa and then eventually Forsythe, but we don't see that. And I said this when Peggy was on a few weeks ago, where I said you got a whole bunch of people on this coaching staff that seem like, no, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I'm right. No, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I'm right. No, I know what I'm doing. I know I'm right. No one's on the same page. So now you have the players trying to figure out what's going on. And it's just, like you said, Brendan Carroll, you're not working out. Put what's his name? He's up there next to Chip Kelly up in the booth. Philbin. Put Philbin back down there, offensive line coach. Figure it out next year on someone. Bring back Tom Cable. Tom Cable will come back for his fourth stint with the Raiders and take over this offensive line and make it better. You know what? Bring Tom Cable back and have him be head coach. At this point, I don't care. Because this ain't working out.
Shit. He can't do any worse.
We're going to run the ball 30 times in the first quarter. I don't care.
I mean, why do you draft a running back in the first round of Genty's caliber? You know, a bruiser. He's been compared to Marshawn Lynch. You know, Derrick Henry. He has those characteristics of beating the hell out of a defense. Yet, I don't know if you have that stat. I think he touched the ball less than 20 times this game.
You talking about
Genty?
19. Shot by one.
To be honest with you, that was more than I thought it was. That I thought it was.
And then he had 3 receptions, 3 yards.
Raider man, I'll take that bet. He'll fire his son before he benches Geno Smith.
He said he'll bench Geno before he fires his son.
Yeah, and I say he'll fire his son before he benches Geno. Geno's his son, not Brendan. Brendan's like the fucking, the third, fourth son that he's got, the one that's always fucking up. So we just kind of just let him keep fucking up.
Wait, different strokes? Was that Mr. Willis?
No, Willis was the older brother.
See, I know the show. No, I forgot his name.
See what you talking about, Willis?
Yeah.
That was the older brother.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
The name I'm drawing a blank right now.
Going back to what I said earlier, it's okay. I know what it was. Okay, it was 3 things that's going on with this team. It's either sabotage by Chip Kelly. Geno Smith don't know how to run the plays. Like it's either Geno Smith or it's bad preparation overall by the coaching staff. And this is right here an example. This is Mostert on that one play where you saw in the sideline, Geno Smith got into it with Mostert when they got sacked. And then that was basically the 3rd and out. I believe it was the 3rd and out. Or the 4th. I can't remember. I think it was the 4th. So here we go. 4th down. Here we go. Is this play right here broken down by Baldy? Here we go.
This is 4th and 5 last night.
There you go. 4th and 5.
And the Raiders just make too many mistakes. Dylan Parham's left guard. He's telling Geno something. It could be a silent count type situation. But Denver's mugging the A-gaps. Parham is talking to his quarterback right here by tapping his helmet. All right, now, they are obviously in some kind of slide protection right here. There's Meredith. There's Parham. Here you go. All right, Forsythe. They're in good shape, right? Meredith stepping, he feels this twist stunt right here, no problem. All right? But Mostert stepping inside like he's got the A-gap mug right here if this guy comes. But how is it in week 10 that they can't pick up this simple overload blitz? Hufanga's up there for a reason. If he drops, it's no problem. But if he's coming, you got to count for him. I mean, this play is just indicative right here of the Raiders. Like just a flow assignment. I'm not going to blame it all on Mostert right here, which probably is the back.
But be like, you know what, I'm going to let you go. Even though you're the highest paid offensive coordinator in the league by, I think it's like $6 million.
But that's assuming Mark Davis don't pull no bullshit. And even though he gets let go, he fires Carroll to hire Chip Kelly.
I don't know. Because it also could be what the Spy Tech want. Does Spy Tech not really care? Because
Tech wants whatever fucking Chip Kelly, I'm sorry, whatever Pete Carroll wants.
And that was facts.
What he wants.
Facts.
He doesn't have his own opinion.
You know, and then, but it's either going to, like I said, Kay, either Pete Carroll, either Chip Kelly.
Chip Kelly is sabotaging this offense by keep constantly having Geno Smith be the guy to win these games when you have Genty. You know, Genty is not like, I remember when we had McFadden. McFadden was very good at the down blocking scheme. When they kept putting him in that zone blocking scheme, that wasn't his style of running, because he was a hit the hole and go. You know, having him try to be patient, whatever. Okay. Same thing when we got Lamont Jordan. Remember Lamont Jordan? And then when we got Lamont Jordan from the Jets, he was garbage. And then he got replaced by Fargas, who put his head in it, and he just, put his head down and just started running people over. Baby Huggy.
Yes. Genty has showed that it takes like 4 guys to stop his momentum and a 5th guy to take him down to the ground. So why aren't you feeding him? Like you said, Asylum, why aren't you feeding him? Like Derrick Henry, why aren't you feeding him? So it's either Chip Kelly is saying, because we all thought, like, wait a minute, Pete Carroll had Marshawn Lynch. They were beast moding it until the Super Bowl, but they were beast moding it. Chip Kelly, he likes to run a lot too. He does this and that. So why is Geno Smith being the guy to win the games with his arm? He can't process the routes quick enough. It's been said here in the chats. I missed upon a Kaufman, and Wheatley. Exactly. And Kaufman, Wheatley, Garner, even Randy Jordan, not Lamar Jordan, Randy Jordan, Zach Crockett, all those guys, Kate.
But again, that comment there, don't you feel like we have that with a Genty and Mostert?
Yeah, we could have that, but we're not running.
But
we're not
don't
running
run the
plays.
fucking ball when you and the other thing, predictable. This is a stat that I'll try to fucking see and go. How many games have we started with the run? First play of the game.
Lately, we would start with the run. We'll get 2 good plays.
It's been predictable when it comes to the play calling.
Mm-hmm. Oh, McFadden and Bush, yes. Sorry, I was looking at GeoMX's. You know what? I was upset that they didn't extend Bush and get him more, like re-sign him, because I feel like Michael Bush was a underrated running back for what he did in that offense under Hugh Jackson, especially in that Titan game, Kaufman was explosive. Dude was fast.
And Genty, if it wasn't for that fucking holding call by Besh, that play proved it right there.
Yeah.
Genty can be explosive. He might not quite have the speed, but the power and explosiveness that he has is there. He just does not get the consistency. And when he has those plays, he's had a lot of his runs called back because of a stupid ass fucking penalty.
And I lost my point. Basically, I was going off of what you were saying, but I don't know. Like I say, it's either Chip Kelly sabotaging the offense to show that Gino's not my guy. 2,
or I want the head coaching job. I still think there's Chip Kelly's got this thing of he came from college as a head coach. He's been a head coach, and we both agree he's a hell of a coordinator, but it's either proving I want somebody different at quarterback or I want the head coaching job. And Pete Carroll's way is too old. It's done. It's time to
what's up, Ed?
Go with somebody else.
Yeah. Or 2, the coaches are not preparing these players, as you see right there. The coaches are not preparing these players, like they're getting out coached. The players are not prepared on the offensive side for what the offense is going to see when it comes to defensive front, defensive coverage, defensive, the blitz packages that they try to run, disguise, whatever. They're not being prepared on that. Or 3, it's all on Geno Smith. You got open routes, and either he's scared to throw it because of the interceptions, he's gun shy. We talked about that on Wednesday, Asylum, or he just doesn't see it.
Ed,
what you said
never going to fucking happen.
What you said, get him glasses.
$1 billion team and making money. Are you going to sell? Or are you going to keep doing what you're doing and keep? It'll never happen. It will never happen.
So let's compare the 2 quarterbacks, okay? Because both of them were garbage, okay? They both 16 for 6, both 16 incompletions. Geno Smith 20 attempts to Bo Nix 28 attempts. 2 of those were interceptions to Kaya Blue Kelly. 61.5 completion percentage to Geno Smith, 57.1 Bo Nix. If you look at these numbers, for the most part, Geno Smith outplayed Bo Nix, who Bo Nix 7-2, Geno Smith 2-7 or 2-8 now. No, 2-7. Bo Nix is 8-2 now. 8-2 now. 1 interception for Geno Smith, 2 for Bo Nix. Bo Nix does have a touchdown pass in this game. Bo Nix only had 2 had 5 rushing attempts, a negative of 2 rushing yards, so he was no factor on the ground. Geno Smith had 6 sacks though in this game. He had sacked 6 times for 29 yards loss. Bo Nix had 1 sack for 9 yards loss. Overall, by a smidge, Geno Smith played better, I guess you can say. But we did have the missed field goal. Looking at Bo Nix's numbers, 27.2 quarterback rating to Geno Smith's 13.0 quarterback rating. I mean, and then if you look at the defense, the Broncos' top offensive performers, J.K. Dobbins, 77 yards and 18 carries. R.J. Harvey, their rookie, 4 carries, 9 yards. He was not a factor. The only one that did anything was Troy Franklin. He had the 1 touchdown. If you look at our offense, like you said, Geno Smith, 19 carries, 60 yards. They after that first touchdown, they didn't really use him. Trey Tucker, he would have had a touchdown, got called back. Rookie mistake, holding on. You mean
after Genty?
No. I'm saying Trey Tucker would have had a touchdown too, but that got called back on that Thornton.
That got called back too, yeah.
Yeah,
that was on the pick play.
Yeah, that was Thornton on the offensive pass interference. Yeah. That pick play where he extended out his arms, where you could tell he was trying to pick the guy off to get the guy open. Juju.
Not how you spell Juju, but I get what you're trying to say.
Raheem Mostert, 1 carry, 4 yards. Raheem Mostert's doing well on the kickoff return, but he's not good enough to be a spell. Be that difference at running back. And then
I hope she's right. Sorry.
I got excited for that. I don't know, man. Tyler Lockett had 5 catches, 44 yards. Brock Bowers, 1 catch, 31 yards. Like you said, I saw him not that long ago. He had the 12 catches, you know. Trey Tucker, 2 for 28. Michael Mayer, 3 for 22. Raheem Mostert, 1 for 11.
Had more than that.
Dante Thornton, 1 for 4. And then Ashton Jensen, 3 for 3.
Okay, we went from force feeding Thornton to now force feeding Tyler Lockett. Lockett, I mean, it was a good game for him in the aspect of, you know, being with the new team, you know, all that shit. But why are we force feeding these fucking receivers? Throw to the open guy. If you're going to force feed anybody, it should be Brock Bowers. It should be Trey Tucker. And that, you know, go back to the first one, that wasn't even force feeding. That was throwing to your open guy.
Yeah. I don't know.
Always said it. You know, you use your best weapons. Brock Bowers is a matchup nightmare. Whether he's, you know, I mean, you saw him in there blocking with Michael Mayer. You know, they had that one big decent play, whatever, and both of them were blocking to help protect. You use them there. You use them in the pass game. You use them as a tight end. Fucking put them out wide and use them as a wide receiver. Make them double team Brock Bowers to get somebody else open and then throw the ball to that person, but don't stare them down.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's been the issue.
Who was it? Somebody said, was it Mitchell Rentz? Said, after week 10, we'll see a new quarterback?
I hope.
Right? We should have done it before, but it is time. It is time to see a new quarterback. See what these youngsters have for you. Ain't no calling the starter. Pickett his Cam
Miller.
Thank you. I kept wanting to say word. Got brain fart there. Cam Miller has his backup. Let's put that rookie offensive lineman in there. Put Porter in there to play with, you know, Lonnie Johnson. Let's go ahead and see. Oh, I agree with you there, No Face. I'm not saying, you know, I'm just saying it was somebody who said it. And I got to give credit to the people who said it, because I'm not going to take that. I'm not Pete Carroll. I'm not Geno Smith. I'm not the rest of them. I'm not going to take credit for something that's not mine.
Yeah.
But let's see what we got. The season is over. Can we say that at least? The Raiders season is over. So let's see what we got and play spoiler for the rest of the season. We could shake up the playoffs. We could, you know, we could make things difficult for teams. So let's go out there and play spoiler. Let's stop wasting Max Crosby's fucking career. And go out there and do something. Fuck the draft pick. We're going to end up where we end up. We're going to get some wins. We're going to get some losses. We're not in the running for the number 1 pick. Okay.
Number 6, baby. Let's go.
You know, let's go. We're going to stay in the top 10. I can almost guarantee this. Right? You feel I'm wrong in that?
No, I'm just saying is that the season's, if you're in the top 6 right now in week 10, then see what we have now and see what we need in draft. Stop putting, like, Geno's not working. Let it go. Let it go.
And
let
I
it
agree,
go.
Alex.
Let it go. Let it go.
To Vagina
Let Geno Smith go.
Oh, he needs to be cut. He needs to be fucking cut. But the favoritism, we are stuck with Pete Carroll for 3 years. Minimum
The season,
3 years.
Yes. The season's over for trying to play the playoff card. We can still turn this around. It's no. Because the Broncos, who we just lost to last night, okay, they're running away with it. Okay. They're running away with it. So we're not gonna get the division, obviously, whatever. But as a wild card, no. Because we still got the Chiefs still trying to find ways to get back into the playoffs after their slow start right now. And the referees, they're getting their pay in right now. Oh, okay, let's turn it around so it won't seem like that we're trying to help them. Or rope-a-dope the Chiefs, and then they got to come back.
Jararis 2.0.
Jararis. Hey, you know what? Okay, first of all, Tom Cable wasn't afraid to bench Jamarcus Russell for I'm forgetting his name. He went to Pittsburgh after number 5. The little small quarterback.
Oh,
Bruce.
Yes.
Bruce Gradkowski,
who beat the Steelers.
Yes.
His hometown in a hell of a game, by the way.
Yes.
But I'm all for bringing in the young guys. The season is over, but I am for grooming these young guys. Let's get them that valuable experience that Savage was talking about earlier, that game time experience that only comes from playing in the game, not practice, not preseason, but against the best. Let's groom them. Let's teach them. Let's get this shit started and see what we got.
Yes. And I say this, okay? They kept saying it. I was watching the post-game show on the Raiders YouTube channel. They're in a mini buy.
And I've said this, Alex. I've said this. I've said it.
They're in a mini buy right now. They got 11 days until the Monday night game, which is going to be another primetime game. Now, I want to ask you this question real quick, Asylum. We're going against the Cowboys, okay? And lately they've cooled off, but do you want YouTube TV to get their contract situated with Disney Plus or with the Disney Corporation before that game to see this Raider game against the Cowboys?
Normally, I would say yes, but unfortunately, because of my family, I actually have Disney Plus, so I should be able to watch this game either way. I should.
No, I have Disney, but wait, is it on Disney Plus?
If you have Disney Plus, I think I could be wrong. No, it's a Monday night game, right?
It's on ESPN. Yeah,
no,
Monday night game, ESPN.
Monday night games, I believe you should be able to see it. I'm not 100%. I'm not going to say that 100% because I know I was not able to watch last Monday night.
Yeah.
That's during
great,
the week.
Isn't it? That's great, isn't it?
Disney Plus, all you need to do is, depending on what you have to do that little add-on to pay them more money. I mean, honestly, yes, I got YouTube TV, so yes, I would love for them to get their shit together, but we know how greedy Disney is, and that ain't gonna happen.
That mouse. He wants the cheese. But I think what I was saying is this, okay? And I know it's not going to happen in a regular coaching mindset. He would go and switch. Look at Arizona. Look at the Cardinals, okay? Brissett is going to be the quarterback because of what he did this past game. Okay, I know they got a lot of money going to what's his name, their starter. You know his name. Kyle Murray. Kyle, I said it wrong. Kyle Murray, you said it right. Kyle Murray. I'm sorry, Alex on here. I'm sorry, Kate.
Kyler Murray.
Kyle Murray.
The reason I know that name is because he fucked my Oakland A's.
Yeah. But they say, hey, you know what? You might be slightly injured. I don't know, whatever. But we're gonna go with Brissett because look what he did this past game. We're gonna go with the hot hand. Okay. we're going to go with the hot hand. All right. Yeah. And he's often injured. So they say, hey, go with the hot hand. I do not think I would be surprised if Pete Carroll said, I'm going to name now, unless he blames it on injury. I'd be surprised if Pete Carroll names Aiden O'Connell the starting quarterback. But what I'm going to say is that this is the perfect time to get him up to speed. You have 11 days to get him ready. Get that. He's been having full practice since he's been activated right after the bye week. He was full practice going into the Jaguar game. Calamari, yep. He was full practice going into the Jaguar game, but he was inactive. Full practice the next couple of days going into this game, inactive. You saw him on the sideline, though. This would be the perfect time to get him up to speed, get him dressed, and have him starting. I'm tired of them using Aiden O'Connell as Captain Save a Throw. And you heard that first year, okay, Captain Save a Throw, okay, I don't care. You heard that first year. Not Mitchell Rentz, not Graphic and all other guys. You heard it on the Cage Match, Captain Save a Throw, because that's what he was with Jimmy G. That's what he was with the other bald dude who tried to, the other one. I always get his name. I get his name wrong. Brian Hoyer.
Bro, yeah,
that was his role. That was his role.
Yeah, a lot of ball guys.
Yeah, a lot of ball guys. Okay, we're not frolically gifted here either. Okay. And you had that. He was that same guy with Minshew, Captain Save a Throw. Got to go in there and play. The relief pitcher, the long one, the relief pitcher has to do 7 innings and close it out. This would be a perfect time for him to get in there. And let's change it up. Okay.
You know what, Alec? I agree with you there, but this O-line has been better than it was last year.
Yeah.
Okay, not by much, but they have given Geno time to make throws, and you give Aiden O'Connell that same time, and it's a whole different ballgame.
Just because look at the difference between Aiden O'Connell and Geno Smith is not that Geno Smith is supposed to be more mobile. Well, no, it's that. Well, yeah, timing, but the timing ties to Aiden O'Connell knows he's always the underdog. So he's going to do that extra that he needs to do to win this quarterback job. Geno Smith is sitting comfortable, sitting pretty because Pete Carroll would never pull him. Geno Smith can go and throw 4 interceptions. But see, it's considered practice. Now it's considered practice.
Okay. He'll throw the 4 interception. It's practice until 2 minutes are left in the game, and then he'll throw in another quarterback.
Geno Smith needs his vision checked and maybe a therapist. Yes, he does.
Hey, I said that on Wednesday. We need to get him oh goddamn, why can't I think of his name now? For Major League.
Oh, a Wild Thing.
Wild, yeah, the Wild Thing glasses.
Yeah.
Put on, inside the helmet. That's the only way, and I still think his timing will be off. Geno Smith
with the cross with the bone and cross.
Identical. Yeah, it's fitting. But Geno Smith, his whole career, has done nothing but throw behind receivers. Look out through his career, and he needs slow receivers.
Spiking his Ovaltine. I'm telling you, Kate, Pete Carroll, he's got to be on that Centrum Silver and Black. Okay, Centrum Silver and Black. With great field position, what I've had a career night. I guess I'm telling you, man, get this guy ready for this Cowboy game, okay? Because he went toe-to-toe with Mahomes on Christmas, and he beat him. He would have had that win on Black Friday a year ago if it wasn't for that botched snap. He would have had it, okay? And he's the last quarterback on as a Raider to beat Mahomes, especially at home. So, well, actually in general, okay, but it happened at home. So let's, I don't know, but this game last night, the defense did what they could do. And like I said, when Peggy was on, is that the defense, if they play good, we got a chance. If they don't, game is over. Because that's all we have is this defensive side of the ball. Patrick Graham's guys, that's all we really have on this team. Now we just lost a special teams coordinator. 50% of it's 50-50 on the fan base. He should have been gone a long time ago. And the other side is like, that's your scapegoat. Pete Carroll, that's your scapegoat.
I think I agree with the scapegoat. Pete Carroll's trying to put the blame somewhere else. And again, it's not on his quarterback.
Gio Mac, I don't want to get a mix up. Not Gino, okay. Gio Mac says, let Gino earn his paycheck on Monday night. You know what? Let him get I mean, if you're not going to play Aiden O'Connell, yeah, throw Gino out there. Expose them because all the outlets right now are talking about how bad Gino is, okay? They're talking about it. Everyone's seeing it. Now maybe Pete Carroll will finally hear it and say, hey, I can't keep throwing you out. I can't keep backing you up. You're making me look bad.
Refuses to put his hearing aids in.
And his glasses. Hear no evil, see no evil. Therefore, I will not speak any evil. Gino is my guy. All right, Asylum. We gotta go. It's Friday night. You know, we all gotta drink this game away.
It's later than we normally go. You've got things you gotta get going to. Same here.
I gotta go to the bar and just wash away last night's game. That's what I'm gonna do. Because it's Friday night. And we don't have to worry about Pete Carroll and Geno Smith this Sunday. We don't have to worry about it next Sunday, but we do have to worry about it on that Monday. And we'll figure out what we're going to do on Wednesday, but we're going to talk about everything Raider news related. And I don't know. We got to figure it out, but there will be a show on Wednesday. Asylum, any last words, anything you want to say about anything? This is your stage. This is your
No, I'm tired of saying shit because I'm not being fucking listened to, so.
It's because we're married to the Raiders. They never listen to us. They never listen to us for life. All right, Raider. All right, Raider Nation.
Lakers, go Warriors.
Go Warriors, baby. All right, Raiders. Raider Nation, everyone out there. That's our show. We appreciate you guys. We had a good turnout in the live, so we appreciate that. Go ahead and make sure you like, share, subscribe. I know we didn't talk about it, but make sure you go real quick. The 30 seconds. Yeah, 30
Raider
seconds.
Cruise. We don't have the damn Facebook, but on Facebook, it's the 11th annual Raiders Legend Cruise. You can find them there. Go check it out. See if you get, right now, you can get lucky and reserve a room for only $100 and get to paying on everything to be able to go. And the first 20 people who book a room get entered into a raffle to be able to have a dinner on the cruise with one of the Raider legends. We don't know who, but you'll have a dinner with the Raiders legend.
Yes. So make sure you go there. Call Ericka. It's on the bottom right there of that flyer. And if you can't see it, we have, go to the.
And make sure you use Cage Match when booking, whether it's online, in the email, or you're talking to Ericka, telling you went through the Cage Match. Because the more rooms we get booked, the more legends that will be on this cruise.
Yes, because we are personally trying to help get more legends on this cruise, more legends for us to talk about the good old days, because the days right now, they're not so good. We gotta go back in time. I don't care if I live in the past. It's better than this future, better than this present. Yes. And I wanted to put this comment up. I didn't forget.
Right now, but it's definitely better than the present.
No Face Raider. I went out this morning and bought a whole ounce just to be happy again and keep my hope with the Raiders. That's what we got to do. We got to numb the pain so we can get ready. And this.
No question about it. I am ready to get hurt again.
And Asylum's favorite right here.
Take over, Monty. I'm in the bag.
Me?
All right, everybody, that's our show. Thank you for watching on this Friday special. I mean, we're always on Friday, but special Friday edition because we're talking about the game.
During the season, we're always on Friday.
During the season, we're always on Friday. Thank you very much for watching the show. Come back on Wednesday as we talk about more about whatever happens. Maybe there's another firing. I don't know. Could it be Chip Kelly? I don't know. Probably not. But anyways, take care, everybody. Have a good weekend. And make sure you don't drink and drive. And if you do drink, have someone there to take you home. Or
make sure you got a DD. Remember, you got Uber, Lyft. It's always somebody you can call so you don't have to drive.
Win, lose, or cry, Raiders till I die. Basically. All right, because he didn't go for the tie in the last game, Asylum. Remember the one you were talking about, the Jaguar game. All right, Asylum. That's our show. We end every show like we always do with a word from Coach Wallace, aka Raider Milt, who used to sit on the visitor side of the Coliseum at the Oakland Coliseum, and we're talking to the team. He was our 12th man before there was a 12th man over there, the Seahawks, Pete Carroll's people. So I know they're glad they got rid of Geno Smith and got Sam Darnold, but that's a whole nother story. All right. Take care, everybody. Have a good night. Peace out. And we'll see you on the next one on Wednesday. Take care. Peace.
All you other NFL teams, your tailgates are weak. Your teams are weak. We might be down right now, but it doesn't take away the history. And all you Raiders out there need to know your fucking history of who the fuck you playing for and where the fuck you're playing. Damn it. Oh, and by the way, I won my last cage fight. Again, I'm still undefeated. And you NFL motherfuckers out there that you think you want some, come on and get some anytime.